What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for coming back here. I did talk to Blind, and I think he's. Let me had to mute my YouTube side. Sorry. I think he's gonna just drop into chat and drop his questions, and I'll answer. And for anyone else, I will highlight y'all's questions if y'all have any, and we'll go from there. But so far, and hopefully Killshot gets in here soon, or Michelle can remind me exactly where we left off. Because, see, yeah, I do have short term memory loss. And I was talking about so much and in between with Blind's trouble that he was having. So it's a little hard to stay in sync. Hey, Anise, it's good to see you here. It has been a while. And I saw that you said earlier that, like, that was the good old days. And yeah, at the beginning, it all really did seem like everyone had good intentions and we're all in it just for the fight for Kylie. And I it's kind of hard, but also eye-opening to kind of go down through everything, like through the whole story, and try to remember how things played out, or like moments that you realize things. Those things are not always easy to remember. But Casey, it's good to see you here too. No, we weren't talking about giving Megs a link. Maybe after Blind is done, because I know he really wanted to do this for me tonight. I know a couple of you I talked to, it's something that's been needing to be done, but done in my own way, because a lot of it does weigh heavy on me. And I just want those of you who are my friends, and even those that may be watching, that used to come to my channel and decided for whatever reason not to anymore, to know the reasons behind the way things happen, to know my truth. I'm not sure if his service is working, MJ, but I will say hi to everybody that is here. So, Grace Squirrel, MJ, Casey, Anise, Kristen, thank you as always, Melissa, Muse, Far, Leopard. Judy is in here somewhere. I didn't see her comment. I might have to send it to her. Hold on one second. Let me send this to her. Okay, so maybe she'll join us here. Oh, okay, now I see it. My comments were delayed. My bad. Hey, Judy. Yeah, it's you know what? It's heavy, but it needs to be said. It needs to be a weight lifted off of me. And I will say that last week I did take a day, or 2 days actually, to disconnect completely, and it was great. Melissa, who? I'm confused. It's all good, Blind. We got this. So I don't know where Killshot's at. I know he had good questions. Michelle had a really good question, but I don't know where she went. So if y'all can get the word to Michelle and Killshot for them to come back in here, that would be great. But if not, it's okay. I see her now. I see Judy now. The StreamYard comments were behind. So like they all came up all at one time and then I saw Judy's. I have not seen I did send him the link to Blinds Live, but that was earlier. So Michelle is in chat. Okay, so maybe it's going too fast. I don't know. All right, Blind. So I need your next question because you wanted to know. We left off. You asked me, like about the intentions, like what I felt from the beginning, what the intentions were, and I did answer that question. I did feel like it was a legit place to be to get answers for Kylie, and that's why I stuck around. So, who is your queen? I don't know where everyone's at. Trying to get the same audience back in, but I don't know if everyone came over. Um, a circling thing, or is it just me? Are you talking about on the screen when I talk, Muse? Because that's what it does on StreamYard. It shows like when I'm talking. So I'm just questions before I just decide to, just start chit chatting about whatever. Okay, there you are, Michelle. So my question was, what was the final realization that you were far away from who you are? Okay, let's see. The final realization, sadly, was when things started going south really quick. When I made one small decision, had a conversation about it, and then wake up to it being a completely different story. And then the following week or so of trying to communicate and work that out, I then realized that it was one sided and that do I even really want to be here? Sadly, it wasn't until right before I left that I realized that. But I questioned a lot of things along the way. Okay, so we're good, Melissa. Yeah, I just want, and I'm sure there will be. It's just I forget that I'm now on my channel, not Vines, so I can do this thing. And to my mods, just keep an eye out. That's all I ask because I'm sure they'll come around. And Blind, by the way, you are a mod, so okay. So I'm looking for more questions. I'm waiting for Blind. Blind, where is your questions? This is your interview, sir. I need you to shoot some questions my way. Blind, was this a setup? Did you just set me up to just get on here and just come chit chat? No, now he's in chat and he's OMG. Blind, I need to know what your next question is, please. Or you know what? I'm just gonna rant. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't need the questions. Blind just said he had a plan, like not a plan, but like he wanted to ask me different questions about my journey pretty much on YouTube, and he's not asking questions. So I can say this: when people show you who their true colors are, believe them. That's something that I learned along the way. Just saying. Let's see. Because I wrote down a couple of things. What was your breaking point? What led you to say, nope, not doing this? My breaking point was when I couldn't get a clear answer on what exactly was going on, when there was no communication being had, and when I saw things being done to others that I didn't agree with. So I left and didn't look back. What is one funny random fact about Daisy we don't know? Um, a funny random fact? I don't know, Michelle, because what if I don't think it's funny? What if it's just a random fact? I don't know. Hmm. No problem, MJ. I don't really know a random fact. There's a lot of, I don't know. I walk barefoot most of the time because I'm a country girl. My husband always tells me I'm crazy, walking around barefoot all the time. But let's see. Mm, no, it doesn't have to be an interview, Michelle. Let's just ask questions. I do like shrimp on everything. Like, not on everything, but I'm saying I can eat shrimp in any way. Fried, boiled, broiled, all that stuff. How has the whole experience changed you? It has made me realize the kind of person that I don't want to be. I can't say that enough. I never want to be put in a position where I'm going to allow anyone to manipulate me. I'm not going to ever put myself in the position where I can't be my own voice, that I can't focus on myself or what I want, for myself. I'm always loyal to my friends. Now I choose them very, very, very carefully. So I have my guard up with friends because you have to realize, when you come onto a public platform and you become friends, quote unquote, with people, you don't really know who your friends are, honestly. These are people behind a screen or that you've talked to on the phone or through Messenger or whatever, but you don't really know who you're at. Pick your friends wisely. Um, Keep your life private. Don't expect, anything until you can get a good grasp on that friendship and you know that it's a solid friendship. Just be very cautious with that. And yeah, Michelle, this is very early. Just saying. PJ was not feeling well. PJ went and lay down. She went. She has an early day tomorrow, I believe. Do you feel like you had a lot of personal growth throughout the whole experience? Yes. Yes. I mean, going back to when Blind mentioned my first live, um, I did that live. I had my camera on. I was very confident in who I was. I was confident on why I was on YouTube. I had confidence, and I slowly lost that over time. I was fighting and had drama with people that I didn't really know behind, reasons at the time that I was telling myself it's for justice for Kylie. It's for justice for Kylie. But then I had to take a step back when I left and was like, this is what they're talking about. When you sit back and you can watch and you're not actively participating and being so involved in it and you can just look back at it for what it was, that's not how I want to be. Presenting these cases, you have to keep the families foremost and front and centered. Their loved ones could be watching this, so you have to keep that in mind. You don't just throw out random things you see on Facebook or a connection you made on someone's social media platform from 4 months ago doesn't make it true to this day. Like, you can't just throw things out that are fact. You need to be able to put out correct, factual information. I think misinformation is the biggest problem with true crime, missing persons, you name it. So yeah, a lot of I've had to do a lot, and I'm still learning. Let's see. Melissa, I think I remember this. Maybe. I don't know. I remember karaoke. I remember 20 questions. I remember would you rather. Like, we had a lot. Yeah, we do need to play that game. Yes, Muse, the code of ethics. That video was very eye opening. And it's exactly who I aim to be. I want to always, I want my channel to be a welcoming channel. I want everyone to be able to feel like they can come here and not be judged. I want it to be a safe place, a fun space. I want to expand beyond true crime and missing persons. Like, I was even writing this down earlier, and I just want to do a range of topics. I want to talk about locations. What are things on your bucket list you want to be in? Let's talk about those. Or how many items on your bucket list have you reached? For those who actually have one, I do. So but mental health and the psychology behind behaviors that happen around the world, and then also topics like what was let's see. What are your top 3 places that you've been? What place have you been to you never want to visit again? The addiction to social media, the effect of social media on children these days in this generation. I want my channel to be a range of topics that's discussed, and I want everyone to feel welcome coming here and doing just that. And yes, having game nights. I love having game nights. Justice for a case will not get anywhere with blame game, finger pointing, bullying. That's just drama and twisted info. And to me, it's lying. Right. And that's what I was saying. There's a way to present these cases. In Kylie's case, it got so wild and quickly. And it's still happening because we're still waiting for the CHP report. And I have a lot to actually say about Kylie's case. I still have a lot of questions. I always will. I'm just not going to sensationalize her case. I am not going to keep doing a live or making videos every single day for clicks and views and for whatever other reasons that others are doing it for, when we might not ever get those answers. And at the end of the day, if we do, okay, so then who am I to do anything with this information that we figure out? I'm just a YouTuber. So yeah, while it'd be nice to understand what happened to her, I also have accepted that we might not ever know that. And that's something some people find a hard time accepting. I mean, it took me a really long time. So yeah, he's basically making me interview myself. So I don't know. But I know he feels bad because his service sucks. Right? That's what I'm saying. I like to talk about a lot of different stuff. I remember that night, Michelle. I remember that night very well. It quickly went down. See, Melissa, and that's the crazy thing is that I was so okay, so that's another point I want to bring up. There was so much going on all the time. You guys know it. We did 8-hour lives. 9-hour lives, 12-hour lives. And like, Melissa, you were obviously there for that. But it's crazy because I feel like I'm meeting some of you for the first time because I don't remember having a lot of you back then because I wasn't able to just take the time and get to know my chat, like get to know the people in our group because it was just so fast paced. There was so much going on. There was a lot of responsibility, I feel like, because we had two Discords going. Um, Being on panel was a job and a half to keep up with. So I didn't really get to have or get to know people on a personal level the way that I am now that I'm on my channel and that where I can be me. No problem, Muse. Yeah, everything I want to say. Oh my gosh. Well, Kristen, just start typing some questions in chat, girl. I was too busy fighting. That is the truth. Honestly, I was too busy finding information, dropping it in Discord. I was too busy running the Discord, checking this person out, vetting this person out. Is this person good? And then being told, nah, go ahead and slide that person out, quote unquote. Um, I had a lot of responsibility, and being the friend that I am, being the loyal friend that I am when I become friends with people, and at the time thinking we both want the same thing, we want justice for Kylie. We're going to do whatever we can to try to at least get to the bottom of this and turn it into the correct people, and maybe something will be done. So, yeah, I was so busy doing so much, and that included the drama, that included fighting with everyone for no reason. The constant fighting and the constant drama is what I am so over. I will treat people with a, you're welcome to be here. You're going to be here and you're going to participate in the talk and you're going to keep it real and you're not going to start drama. I don't mind you coming to my channel, but I will not tolerate ever feeling like I have to choose friendships. I'm not ever going to feel like I have to do this or that, or you're not being present enough for me. If someone can accept me for who I am, if they can't allow me to do things outside of YouTube on my own and have my own time and space to get to things, like those are the things I'm not going to let happen anymore. I'm going to run my channel the way I want going forward. And that's just me having fun. Like if we go on a nature walk, then I want to take y'all with me. If I'm just having a silly day and I just want to get on here and talk to people, then that's what I want to be able to do. I don't want to be under anyone's shadow. I want to just be the me that I know that I can be. You read the chat, but it was conducting a show, like a live TV show. You can't remember because the long lives almost daily. You actually run the Discord, people posting. Yes. Oh, like that's what I said. It was very, very draining. And again, I put myself in that situation. I'm not blaming this on anybody. I chose to be there. And like I said, I believed at the time it was a solid friendship. I had a conversation with Megs telling her that she was wrong. This wasn't going to happen to me, that I had a solid friendship with this person and that we were good. And when it happened, Megan was really the first person that I decided to reach out to. So yeah, it was a very draining, very exhausting, long 6 months. Daisy, I am so proud of you and I support you. Never feel like you don't have a voice or can't tell your story. You will continue to grow and do great things. I appreciate that, Casey. And like I haven't even gotten to really know you, So that's why I really am happy to see you here in my chat. I appreciate it more than you know. Because I do want to get to know everyone. I want to give everyone a fair shot. Like, I'm not the type of person that even if they hang out in other channels that I don't agree with, I'm not going to be that person to just block, because you never know who is just reaching out, who just needs a hand or someone to say, hey, you're safe here and you can reach out to me anytime you want. Like, that's the kind of channel I have, because had people not been that welcoming and forgiving to me, I literally would be nowhere right now. Not on this platform. Oh, Judy, I love you too. Okay, thank you. Got rid of that one. Jeez. You have 32 people in here. Right. And that's why I was kind of just going off on that. If you are listening and you do want to have a conversation, you do want to talk, even if you just want to lurk and listen, that's fine. Get the vibe for my channel, get the vibe of the chat, and just give it a shot, because that is also something that I'm learning as well. And I'm learning this from like Killshot and Blonde and Kristen. Like, go to other channels and just get a feel for, getting to know other creators. Don't stay stuck just in your own little bubble. Like, venture out and, you know, get to know other creators on the platform, and, make connections with people that you might not make connections with, because there's a lot of other creators that I've been introduced to lately, that actually has really good information and things that make you think. And I'm glad that I have done that. Like, you can get lost in your own little world because you have a goal and you want this and you want that. And another thing is that it is very addicting. Um, I do miss all of you, and I'm like, what can I go live about? Just because I just want to get on there and talk to all of my people. You guys are all important to me, so yeah, it's a lot. YouTube can be a lot. Definitely take time out. I mean, twice a week, however, 3 times a week, however often you need to, and completely disconnect, because it can be very, very draining. But yeah, so if you are like someone that's just listening, watching, you have questions you're not comfortable asking in chat, or if you're here and you're not comfortable to show that you're even here, because I get that feeling 100%, just know that you can email me at any time and I'll be glad to have a conversation with you. I am so glad we are all here together. Me too. This group is no drama unless we're goofing off. We genuinely love and care for each other. Plus, when we discuss cases, we only discuss real info and no more added. Right. And that's exactly how I want to always run, like when I'm doing cases, especially. Keeping the families first and foremost is like my priority. I now always automatically have it at the back of my mind that present this case in the way that her loved ones are definitely watching everything you're doing and saying right now, and present it in that fashion. And that will be, that's it. That's a huge difference. It's having compassion and empathy, and not just throwing it out there because you want to be the first to put it out there, or, like, it's not a competition. And for me, like, if you cover the same case that I covered, go for it. We all have a different way of doing things, especially if it's a missing persons case. Like, please take that information. Please share it on anything you can. because that is what, those are the cases that are the most important, like we have so many missing, it's insane. So yes, please take that content and share it. Kill shot. I'm comment. Go for it. See who pops up. It's much nicer being open-hearted, right? It's a lot easier. It's being yourself. When I was on Twitter, I was able to still be myself, It's freaking YouTube that is crazy. YouTube is like a black hole. And it's just like it's an endless rabbit hole. It's draining. Okay, I'm just reading the chat, y'all. Do I have any mods here right now? Because, like, they got a lot of people trying to spam. Just saying. Haters, I love you too. Lady Divine, I saw your comment earlier when I was talking, but I wanted to say hello and thank you for stopping in. If you're a creator here, like Casey, if you're still here, type the word link drop in chat. Just the word link drop, all together, all one word, and it'll drop your channel. And has anyone spoken to Blonde to find out if he's okay? Because I don't see him, at least not where I'm at in my comments. I'm not caught up. Oh, but you can just see the chat. Wow. So this is his interview, but he can't even hear my answers. He has to go back and watch it. Rapper, can you please just like go away? Like, if you don't, you're clearly not wanting to be here. You've been in other channels and all you do is troll. Like, just go find another channel to troll. Oh, thank you, Casey. Yeah, I've been trying to post most of my my the missing persons flyers and stuff like that on there. I'm trying to get it out to all of my socials, which is why you'll see it come up on Nightbot will drop my Instagram and my TikTok on there as well. So yeah, I'm trying to get it out there. Yeah, this is facts. Watch out for being friends with him. He loves all the smoke. But the good thing about that is that you know that he got your back too. So I appreciate that. All the smokes and the nips dancing. Play with fire, you will get burned. Right. Yeah, I don't know even how. Let me look at my mods. Who I have. Jeez. Okay, I can't do anything. I need to. Okay. Sorry. I was looking at who I had as mods right now. Lady Divine says that's why I haven't started my channel yet. Was waiting for it to calm down, but it never did. Yeah, I can tell you that, like, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, of course, but I will say that if you already know why you want a channel, you obviously know what you want your channel to be about. And I would just say, go for it. Just dive on in and don't focus on the drama going on around you. You know what I mean? Like, just go for it. Just hit that go live button. It's going to make you wait 24 hours and then you go live. I think it's usually like the next day mostly. And I mean, that's literally what I did. I had stayed on that path would have been different, but I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe that it was meant for me to come across Michelle's channel. I believe that it was meant for me to go through everything I went through in order for me to come out on the other side a better person. Okay, I'm just catching up on the chat because I'm way behind. So Lady Divine, you did drop yours, yeah. So she has an upcoming channel. And actually, Lady Divine, you don't even have to do, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like you can start with your shorts, or if you're making videos and you want to start that way, either way. I mean, I just did a live the first time because like I said, I wanted to talk about Kylie at the time, and on Twitter, you only have so many characters and it's back and forth. You get lost in threads, and I wanted to speak about it. And that's what I did. That's why I went for my channel, because I just wanted to talk. I wanted to interact with people. This is actually something I really enjoy doing. So I say just go for it, and you know that you have all of us. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, and she is awesome. She's on Muse's channel. I think I have a command from Muse. Let's see. I have 4 right now. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I know I just hit my mic. Where's Blind at? Cools. Blind, what's your next question? Oh, that's when you were going to go live? And oh, well, you know what? Good thing you didn't. Just saying, because it got crazy. And the crazy thing is that like so for summer, so okay, let me start over. Gabby Petito, I came across on Facebook, right? And then I went straight to TikTok and Twitter for Gabby, and I followed Gabby's case. But somewhere along the way, I came across Summer Wells' case because Nerdy on Twitter was out at the Wells property, and I was like, oh wow, he's actually like boots on the ground on Summer Wells' case. The next video I came across was Brian Enton tweeting that he was going out there. And then someone tweeted about a character by the name of Benny Keys and how he was like kind of threatening Brian Enton. I don't want to say he was or he wasn't, but that was the rumor. And so then I found all the channels that were covering Summer Wells, and I was like, holy crap, this is what drama on YouTube is about. Like, now I get why Nerdy will not do YouTube full time. It was an ugly mess. Like, it was disgusting to watch. But when I came for Kylie's case, it didn't seem like that same vibe. It seemed like everyone was on the same page as far as like we all just wanted answers. There was too many red flags. All there for justice for Kylie. Like everyone had questions. And it just got really ugly somewhere along the way. And yeah, it got ugly really quick. Sorry, y'all, I'm catching up on comments. Thank you for I have commands for all of those, Kristen. I'm just slacking right now because I'm trying to figure out. I mean, but does anybody here have any questions about anything like about me? Because I always say like I don't mind having a conversation with people. Just Again, my email is in my About Me. Hit me up. I don't mind. You can reach me on Instagram. You can message me on TikTok, whatever. I do not mind answering questions. Yeah, Casey, a lot of people do forget about like the all thing. I do it sometimes too because I'm in a hurry and I'll just hit subscribe and then I'll be like, oh, I need to go back and hit the all thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at like the notes I wrote, and like I will say that like as a YouTube creator, one of the things that always has stuck with me, and I won't like say the name of the person I heard it from because then everyone's going to be like, "Oh, she said that for a reason." No. The person who said this to me is somebody that is big on YouTube, and he didn't say it to me. He said it in general in a live, and I've never forgotten those words. And they were, if you're going to be on YouTube, you have to have thick skin and you have to know that there will be trolls out there will be haters, and you just have to learn how to ignore it and look the other way and don't give them your time or your energy because they will suck that out of you. They're emotional vampires. Killshot went over this in his live, and like I'll admit that. So your boundaries up, expect trolls, expect hate. Not everyone's going to agree with you. That's okay. But I'll open to like healthy debates and healthy discussions because that a lot of times the chat engaging with panel and the panelists going back and forth, that's where a lot of time we figure, oh well, this could be like why this is happening, or oh that makes sense, maybe this is why so and so did this, or whatever it may be. But definitely keep your boundaries up and be open to healthy debates. Balancing friendships. Don't come to these platforms thinking that you're going to have every single person you talk to be your friend, and then you become friends with them more on a personal level. You're bonding, you're messaging each other, and you're talking to each other, and you think you know that person, and then turns out 6 months later they're exactly opposite than who you thought they were. So keep your friend circle small. Get to know those that you really bond with. Trust your gut instinct. Don't ignore red flags. Do not ignore red flags. I had plenty of them. I chose to ignore them. And I can only acknowledge that now that I can back and see it for what it was. Um, don't let YouTube consume you. Don't let it take over your life. And that's something like I'm having to balance, that I need to disconnect sometimes and not worry about, oh, I need to do this on YouTube. I need to do that. So and so is going live. I need to be there. We we are here to support each other. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to balance it with your real life. Your real life comes first. Your family right in front of you, your children, your godchildren. For me, it's some people with their grandchildren, um, loved ones, elderly. Like, don't let YouTube consume you. So here I am almost a year later, and these are things that I'm still learning and working out because it's been such a whirlwind of emotions and drama and stress and fighting. And for what? Like, here I am a year later, and what have I accomplished by doing all of that? Nothing. I've accomplished gaining true friendships. I've accomplished, my channel and getting it to where I would like it to be, as far as just like long term goals. But for the justice for Kylie, the reason I came here, where did it get me? Nowhere, because we still do not know 100% what happened to Kylie Rodney. We may never know. The parents are okay with it. I don't understand why. That's just my opinion. I don't understand why they don't see the red flags. But again, I can't do anything about that. I have no control over the situation. So I'm going to continue doing what I am passionate about, and that is finding the missing, pointing out what's wrong in this world, hanging out, making friends, talking about real life topics, going on trips, all the fun stuff that I want to do, and just be like ignoring all the drama, any hate, anybody post something about me, cool, I don't care, go for it. I'm probably going to get clipped tonight, and I'm okay with that. Does it bother me? No, not at all. And it's a beautiful thing when you can get to that place where you do not let it bother you. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I am just talking away. I mean, I will say that even though Blind has crappy service tonight, this is a really good idea because it was much needed. However, I do enjoy playing with the trolls. Like, I get enjoyment out of it. And there are times and places like, okay, for real. Let's be honest. Number one, I focus a lot on missing kids. I focus a lot on what happens to some of these kids that we then find out later. It's heavy stuff. No matter if it's missing persons, true crime, or what's happening in the world around us, like we talk about on Killshot's channel, either way, you have to have humor. And like, there's a time and a place to do that. I recently got called out for joining a live this past weekend that included morbid reality. And I'm not afraid to say that because what is wrong with that? What does it matter what channel I go to? Does it define my character? Does it change who I am? No. I mean, I was hoping that he was going to roast squirrels, and I literally sat there and listened to a whole bunch of craziness, and he didn't. But you know what? It's okay because I was completely relaxed that night. It was a carefree night, and I'm going to go where I want to go. And I can still remain true to my character no matter where I hang out, no matter who I'm hanging out with. As long as you remain true to who you are, then that's all that matters. You either take it or leave it. You either with me or you're against me, or not against me, but if you're not with me, then why does it matter to you? Lady Divine, I tried to cover some of that case. I think I even had like 3 or 4 videos I did on my channel, but yeah, it got a little too wild for me, and I took a step back on that one. MJ, YouTube is not real life. It's entertainment. I mean, it really is. It's real life as far as the content we're talking about and the cases we're putting out there. But there's many, many genres on YouTube. Like there are channels and creators that are not covering anything real life. They're just roasting each other. Like there's many different places to hang out and do and all that. But yeah, it's not your whole life. It shouldn't be your whole life. They saw it all. We saw nothing, and that is what is driving everyone over the edge. Yeah, if you're talking about the Kylie case, yeah, exactly. There are people that know what happened. A lot of people know something, in my opinion. And it's the lack of information that we have that is driving everyone crazy. That was driving everyone crazy. Does it still bother me? Of course, but I don't let it consume my every thought. I don't sit here and think I'm going to solve the case tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be the one to crack it all and be able to say, hey, I found out what happened to Kylie. Look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I mean? Like, no, I just hope one day we do know the truth. Well, thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad to see you in here. We need to talk and do some collabs sometimes together because I think we did really well together. Lady Divine, I went to his channel the other night too for the first time in a long time. It only lasted a few minutes. Right. And that's what I'm saying. That like, and then I had a comment about it, and like, okay, all I could do was just, I think I just made some kind of, I mean, they commented it on a missing persons flyer. Okay. That's what I didn't, that's what, honestly, out of the whole thing, the person that commented to me, number one, I recognize the name, but not enough to even say that I even remember where I saw their name. And for them to say they unsubbed from me because they saw me in Morbid's channel and they posted it under a missing persons flyer post on my community post. That is what bothered me the most about the entire thing. So my response to them was to thank them for commenting and to please share the flyer of the post they were posting on, because that is just disrespectful, distasteful, and their comment didn't bother me. It was the placement of their comment that bothered me the most. You owe no one explanation. You chose to do what you feel is best. Yes. And Muse, I agree. It is good to hear different perspectives, 100%. And that's why we do the collaborations that we do. Sometimes someone will bring up something that someone didn't think of. And yeah, I think it's awesome to hear different perspectives. It makes for healthy debates and interesting. I mean, if we were all the same and boring, like, you know what I mean? Like, that would be. Hey, Jim. Thank you for stopping by. You're on your lunch break. You didn't message me. Yes, we for sure need to figure out something. I know that, like, starting to work with PJ, I've learned a lot from her also. I know she's not here right now, but like I am open to being, better than the person I was yesterday. And I might be doing something wrong or something in a way that might not be, how do I say that? Like, I could do something just a little bit better, but not take anyone's other, like, take their style, make it my own style, but just learning. I'm open to constructive criticism and learning and growing with other people. Hi, Miss W. It's good to see you. And you're fine. I know I've seen you in my comment sections, and I always appreciate when you're here. So thank you for showing up. There's only enough room for one troublemaker in the community, and that's me. You definitely. But where is your boy right now? He just kind of dipped. He actually might be pretty angry at his phone or something right now, and hopefully he didn't go and break it. Sorry, that was my vape. Good night, Muse Muse. Thank you for dropping in, and it was honored to have you here. So he's the ghost in the community. Okay. Pretty much. You're good, Leopard Print. I mean, I really don't know what else to add. I think I said a lot between this live and blinds. Unless anyone has any questions, I really don't know. Because we can plan another, have a live another night where we pick a topic and just go with it. Yeah, the nature walk I went on was really nice. It's where we go camping, where we used to go camping. We haven't in a while, but it's really, really pretty out there. It's really peaceful. All right, Casey. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. Love you too, and hope to see you soon. I'm gonna drop your channel in the chat real quick. So this is Real Talk with Casey's channel. I'm gonna just drop a couple of links before I end the live. Judy, any snakes or gators? Well, I did the wrong one. There weren't any that I saw that day, but there are signs everywhere there that warned you about the gators. And I have seen plenty while we were out there fishing. So, MJ, I love being in nature. I dislike being indoors. Summer sucks here. The fall and in the winter, I don't mind being outside, but in the summer over here, it is too hot for all that. Good night, Michelle. See y'all tomorrow night for game night at PJ's. Yes, tomorrow night PJ is having game night and she's also having her giveaway. So I'm dropping her channel in chat and go ahead and sub up to her if you're not, and then hit notify me on her live so that y'all can play the game with her and be in the running for the giveaway. Melissa said, Daisy, did you ever get a sorry or a thank you or just a discussion from her? So I can say the timeline of events went from, so there was a private Discord and there was a public Discord. She owned both. She made me a role called owner on both. But I'm not going to get into all those details. But when I left the private Discord, I wanted a conversation. I did put it off for the first 2 or 3 days. Like I wanted the discussion, and then something would hold me back, and something would come up, and I was like, okay, I'll do it another time, and I just didn't do it for the first 3 days, and so that was held against me. And like acted like I didn't want the conversation, but anyway, did have a conversation. Yes, I did get an apology. However, the next day there was more drama and questions, and then a day after, she did something that I didn't agree with. She kicked someone out of the group that I had gotten close to that I didn't agree that she kicked out. And so I decided to leave. And so that was all I got as far as an apology. Oh, okay, Casey. Well, I'll remember to let me make sure I have the all button. Okay, yeah. Looking forward to it. I think PJ's is let me see what time PJ's is just in case. So PJ's live is scheduled. Oh, she doesn't have it scheduled yet. I just know it's tomorrow sometime, so hopefully it all works out. Good night, MJ. Yes, don't take the baggage to bed. I don't plan on it. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm trying to see if there's any questions I might have missed. This is about the Kylie case. They never treated it as a crime scene, not even before the autopsy. It's like they already knew it was going to be suspicious. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about Kylie's case. A lot. Okay. I think I'm all caught up. All right. Well, So what turned out to be an interview ended up me just kind of venting, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone. I appreciate all of you being here. I appreciate all the questions. I hope I was able to answer anyone's lingering questions that they may have had. And like I said, I know going forward, I'm going to just be me. I'm going to be real to who I am. Easily. But I love all of my subscribers, and I'm open to any new subscribers and chat and opinions and topics and debates. Like I enjoy being here and I enjoy having all of you here. So it's all uphill from here. Thank you, Lady Divine. It's good to see you here. Yes, Judy, it was a self interview. Thanks, Sublime. It's all good. Good night, Leopard Print. Love you. Oh, it's good to see you, Far. I had saw you earlier. I wasn't sure if you were here, but it was nice to have you here. And you have a good evening also. Oh, well, thank you for replaying the beginning, and you might have to go over to Blind's channel for some of it because I did say a couple of things there before his service went out. So you might already be subbed. I'm not sure. Good night and love and light to all of you. Again, if you need to reach out to me, my email is in my About Me. Blind, thank you for this opportunity. Gotta love your service. Killshot, Michelle, Kristen, Leopard Print, all of you. Thank you, all of you, for being here. And I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.